Hey guys, it's Cody Kent and I'm preparing my final presentation. It's hard to believe it's already the end of the semester. We've learned so much. So over the course of the next couple of minutes, I'm going to show you some things that I learned that stuck out to me and created aha moments and really moved me as not only a writing teacher, but as a writing student. This first piece is the heart map. It was one of the first things that we did at the beginning of our semester together. And it's also one of the first things I implemented for my grad school courses in my classroom. My class was currently working on Unit 1, which is writing personal narratives in the 4th grade, and the students and I really enjoyed using this activity for brainstorming, and I was able to show them some things that I do in my free time, people I care about, defining moments, and things I'm passionate about, and they were able to relate to these and create their own heart maps with their experiences. And during their turn-in talks, I was able to listen in and get to know them better as students and writers. This next slide was actually from Module 4 in our writing workshop. This was an aha moment for me. Over the summer, I helped to write curriculum, and we talked about how to self-evaluate and how also to use a peer evaluation in our classrooms to get our students thinking more critically. This has been wonderful in my classroom. I display this on the board while the author's chair is going, and the students can choose to either receive a compliment, they can ask any further questions that they might need to know about the author's piece, they can connect to the writer's life, they can offer suggestions, they can think about a memorable line, they can also give the writer some ideas for where to go further into their writing. I sit beside of the author and I use the peer responses and write them down on the sticky note as the student is receiving feedback. They then take the sticky note and place it in their journal to use later, and I'm able to confer with the author while they're sitting there because I'm also taking notes on what they need help on, and also what the students are saying so I can use those in further lessons. This next piece is The Author's Chair, written by Dawn Graves and Jane Hanson. And one of the things that stuck out to me is that in this particular piece, it says each week a child is chosen as Author of the Week. This means the child's photo is placed on a bulletin board along with the list of the child's published book titles. The books are in pockets and other children post comments about the author's books. The author chooses his or her own published favorite book, and the teacher makes 5 copies for the other children to read during reading time. During this week, the child reads his or her own books, Basil's and or trade books to the class. And so one of the students in my class, she is quite the writer, and she has created a book of things that she has written. And students in the class ask her if they can borrow her book and read it, and they ask me if they can read it during their independent writing time to get ideas. So I love that this article has an Author of the Week. I haven't yet implemented Author of the Week into my classroom, but it's definitely something that I want to consider in the future. The next piece is actually taken from a multi-genre project. This came from a culturally diverse training from Cabarrus County. And while I was writing this, I didn't know at the time that I was going to be using this for a multi-genre project. But what I found is that I've learned a lot about myself and the vulnerability that we possess as writers, and that we're asking our children to be vulnerable as writers and to write about things that they're passionate about, to write about things that they are bothered about, to write about things that come from their heart. And this piece was truly hard to write, and I had no idea that it was going to be the perfect fit for my multi-genre project.
Oh, Jessica's did I cried. I felt terrible after she died. Her great, powerful, secret love for me will never be replaced. She was my best friend on cancer. I met her in Wolfson's Children's Hospital on Level 8. Me and Jessica were in the hospital for 4 years together. Her cancer came back 6 times. I never will forget Jessica. It was dreadfully, terribly hard on me when I found out she was dead.
And this last piece is why we're here, to hear students like Jacob's story published in our classrooms, and to allow him to share it and experience a positive and supportive community to receive his peace. What a strong young man. Tears of joy for his survival, tears of sadness as he heard of Jessica's passing, and tears of comfort in his bravery.